You know what the world needs? Another tier list video. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chuck. Today we are ranking every set in Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet based on how investable I think it is right now. We're going to go through every single set. We're going to talk about it. Similar to the original tier list video I made, but with some time in between and more with a focus on investability now, short-term, mid-term, long-term. But before we get started, this video is sponsored by PokeNotify. That's right. I don't have the time or the energy or the patience to go to a store in person specifically to find Pokemon cards that I don't even know are there. And by don't even know are there, I literally mean they're probably not there. So I've been using Notify since January to get product. I have it set up on my phone. I get a notification. I click on it. And sometimes I can order it, and that's been great. I've gotten a lot of 151, a lot of other product. You can set it up and configure it in a way that is as chaotic as possible or as efficient as possible. For me, if you're a new user, I would recommend just have important updates on, and you're probably going to be successful. Yesterday we had some bundles drop for Black Bolt and White Flare. A lot of people got those, including some of my friends. Today we had a number of Pokemon Center drops, some mini tins, some Destined Rivals build-in battles, and 3-pack blisters. I know a bunch of people got those. I decided to pass on it because I was at work, and you know, I don't want to buy everything I see. So PokeNotify gives me the option to choose what I want. So there's a 3-day free trial if you use my link down below. And after that, if you decide that it's worth it for you and your situation, you can get the first month at a 25% discount using my code. So shout out to PokeNotify. Thank you very much. Let's get into the video. Yes. Yes. Do I want to start in the beginning, or do I just want to choose whatever I feel like it? Let's just start in the beginning. Who cares? Fusion Strike. We love Fusion Strike. Is it investable? Yeah. It's funny because this was a $90 box for the longest time. When it came out, nobody wanted it. Wish I bought more. Wish I bought more. Obviously the card scandal, right? All the hits being stolen. And then they sold it all at one shop. So stupid. Yeah, Fusion Strike, the clear second best mainline set in Sword and Shield. Had a recent run up, recent manipulation, buyout, whatever you want to call it. Reached $900. I think it's come down a little bit to what, $700, $800, somewhere in that range, right? $800. I think Fusion Strike long term is going to be a no-brainer. I think the Gengar is only going to be loved in the future, and for me, it's my personal favorite card in the entire era. So, even at these prices, we're not getting more booster boxes. I can't imagine the set is going to get any cheaper by a sizable amount, even in a downturn. Sword and Shield, one of the safer places you could put money in this hobby, I think. Short, mid, long term. For me, because of the recent performance, again, not a future indicator, I'm putting it in a weak S to strong A. Just because I think it is a little expensive right now. I wouldn't be surprised if this is not $800 by the end of the year. So, great investment. Great set. Big fan. Pink box. And I know y'all are going to make fun of me for saying that, but, you know, it has Mew on it. It looks cool to display. I think it adds something. Brilliant Stars. Brilliant Stars had a lot of hype when it came out. You know, it was really expensive, too, for the time. 150, 160 bucks, something like that. they printed the shit out of it as they did with most Sword and Shield sets. But Charizard, I think it's a pretty good card. I know some people, you know, they're not crazy about the action, like not front-facing Charizard fighting the Venusaur due to where is Brilliant Stars. I think it's pretty good. I think you have a good trainer gallery. It's the first gallery. Umbreon. Say what you want. Umbreon is a popular Pokemon, man. Joey's fucking losing his mind. But no, yeah, I think I mean these arts are good. Arceus is a really solid card. You have the Mimikyus, which are pretty cool. A lot of people like Mimikyu, obviously the Sylveon waifu, but yeah, man, it's a good set. It's a reasonable price right now. It did have a run up, but at 413, you know, it's a bit expensive. But I you know, with a little bit of time over the summer, people settling into these prices, 413 in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years time, it's a no-brainer. I think Brilliant Stars gets a low A for me. Cool. Celebrations. Celebrations is it's good timing for this set. Can't remember why. Something tells me that you know, it's probably a good buy right now. As far as the cards go, I mean, it's like a reskin, right? Charizard, Shining Magikarp, Umbreon, Gold Star, etc. It's really fun to open. I had a blast opening it when I could find it back in the day. 30th anniversary, which is what I was alluding to, obviously, is around the corner, and these aren't getting any cheaper. I actually think Celebrations is one of the best investments you can make right now. And for that reason, I'm gonna, for now, give it a strong A to low. I'm leaning low S, strong A. I'm gonna give it a low S. I think that's fair. I think you could argue giving it an A. Some people might argue it's a lot lower just because of like the quality of the set, but I mean, look at Generations, right? Now Generations, I think, is a better set, but and had lower supply. But Celebrations, it's going to do well this next year. I'm confident that it will continue to perform this next year the same way it has in the last year, probably even more. So it's a good place to put money right now if you don't feel comfortable buying a lot of things that are very, very hyped. So Lost Origin, one of the top mainline sets of the era, Giratina, Aerodactyl, we all know it. Beyond that, not a whole lot going on. I think people love those cards. Shinji Kanda. I like Shinji Kanda. This is one of his best arts. It's undeniable, the Giratina. And what is it, $500 something? It's kind of expensive right now. One of the more expensive mainline sets. But again, my thought on Sword and Shield is if you have it, I would hold it. If you are considering buying a box for $520, you get it for $500, $490, something like that, right? Or like $475, or even lower. You're going to do well over the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. It's going to be more insulated from a potential downturn in the market because they're not making them anymore. Now they are releasing products here and there, of course. I understand that, ancillary products, but booster box, you're going to be chilling. For me, it's above Brilliant Stars. Probably a mid to strong A, I think is fair. Silver Tempest, I think a lot of people are like calling it a sleeper set. I'm not really convinced about that. I mean, I think we would have seen more of a move if that were the case. The Lugia is one of the best cards of the era, there's no doubt. I pulled the Blaziken, VMAX. I think the Rayquaza is a nice card. Not a whole lot going on, you know, in the set. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid. Misty, good card. It's going to continue to do well, obviously. I think, honestly, for 349, I'd probably rather have this than a Paldea Evolved booster box. So, with that being said, I'm going to give it a low A. Definitely below Brilliant Stars, but not by a super wide margin. Crown Zenith, easy S tier. I'm going to put it ahead of everything. What can I say? Galarian, Gallery, Giratina, Palkia, Arceus, Dialga. You know, you got Leafeon, got Glaceon. You got the dogs, which I don't like the Entei card that much, but it's Entei. I mean, what can you say, right? Dude, the set's incredible. It's like, I've always said this, it feels like one of the more mature art styles of the era. Mewtwo, by the way. These cards are unbelievable. They are incredible. And I think this set will be a set that streamers and people want to open in the future. When I think about something like Obsidian Flames, I don't feel the same way. I don't feel the same way. There's amazing chase cards, really, really deep art set. Big fan of both Deoxys cards. And there's something here for everybody. And they were in their bag when they made this. And I think it's a no-brainer. I just bought an ETB, trying to expand my Crown Zenith portfolio while I can. I'm not joking. I am buying the stuff that I say sometimes. So as always, be responsible with your money, right? Emergency fund, diversify your investments, have a job. Best thing you can do is have your income, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, Crown Zenith is an amazing set, goes without saying. And I just think it's going to appreciate a lot every single year that goes by from this point forward. So, Scarlet and Violet base. It's probably the best base set of all time. At least in the modern era. I mean, base set's probably the best base set of all time. But, you know, you have the Gardevoir line, Drowsy, cards like that. It's good for a base set. I think one of the main things it's benefiting from is just the fact that it's pretty old. It's like over 2 years old now. 2 years and 3 months. Pretty wild. Probably not going to see too many booster boxes of that ever be printed. Not to say it's not possible, but it's getting more unlikely by the month as more sets come out. For me, it gets a C. I think it'll steadily trickle up over time. But me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the set. I mean, it's good for what it is, but I'd rather put my money in other places like Crown Zenith, for instance. Paldea Evolved. The deepest set ever made. No, but I do think it's a very, very good set, and it's a definite top 3 booster box of the SV era. Magikarp's going crazy at PSA 10. Manipulation, buyout, call it what you want. It's not sustainable. If you have PSA 10 Magikarp, personally, I'd be selling. I'm also like a much bigger fan of SIR textures in general, which is why I like Sword and Shield so much too. But I love the Raichu. I think the Tyranitar is good. Iona's competitive card. And, you know, I do wonder about when the next era comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if people care less about IRs in the future. And by IRs, I mean not the best IRs. I think the best IRs will be fine. But, like, do I think Fuecoco is going to hold at $21 long term? Probably not. Obviously, there's more packs being ripped and people's interest will shift. But I think the Magikarp is a great card. And you can't, whether you love him or you hate him, Shinji Kanda, can't deny that people love the art. Magikarp, not the most popular Pokemon of all time, but I would argue a pretty popular Pokemon, right? $300, pretty expensive. I can't imagine the box will be any cheaper. And if it does, people are going to buy it. I'm not saying rush out and buy Paldea Evolved. I think there are probably better investment opportunities out there, but long term, this box is going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. If you buy it at this price, expect to hold it a minimum of 3 years to be safe. As always, with really any booster box, that should be the case. You know, we're not in it to make a quick buck. We're in it to build wealth over time. So, yeah, obviously PCTB goes without saying. Starters get the Pikachu promo. It's a nice looking ETB. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet starters. It's a good set, man. It's good. That being said, as far as investability goes, I'd rather have Silver Tempest. It gets an A from me. Obsidian Flames. Obsidian Flames. So expensive. It's so expensive. Man. I at some point we have to decide set value does matter, right? These are a little bit outdated, maybe a week or 2 or 3. It's mostly accurate. So forgive me if they're a little bit off. $240 for a booster box? Is that right? I thought it was higher. 245. And that feels expensive to me for a set value, for a set with a value of $278. The lowest of the era by a decent margin. Now I understand set values drop over time. I get it. I get it. Pull rates are pretty high for the set. You pull these all day. I found a random pack at Walmart on the ground, asked the employee if I could take it. They said, yeah, it was unwrapped. Pulled the clef out of it. See, like one of the only few packs of Obsidian I've ever ripped. So, I mean, you know, these values will probably hold around here, maybe get lower. But, I mean, it's a Charizard box. Charizard's one of the premier Pokemon of Pokemon. The ETB's nice. Charmander, nice promo. I expect the PCTB to do well in the future just because of that. I can't recommend buying the booster box right now. I personally am not. I'd rather buy other booster boxes like Sword and Shield, for instance. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. There's less risk involved. Set's not quite 2 years old yet, but it's getting up there. And to be honest, not my favorite Charizard card in the world. The Shining Charizard and the Shiny Charizard and Paldean Fates is definitely better. So not a whole lot here from me personally. I'm putting this in D, but a strong D, maybe a low C, somewhere in that range. I think if you own Obsidian, you're probably happy to hold it. 151. This is an easy S tier set. I haven't decided if I want to put it above Fusion Strike. I think Fusion is, I just love the Gengar, the Espeon, Celebi. I love those cards, man. I'm a little biased, obviously. But 151, clear S tier set to invest in. There are some rumors of more product coming to market, which is the case probably for the next year, end of 2026, right? Maybe even longer. But, you know, it's how old is it? It's almost 2 years old in September. I think anything at MSRP long term, it's going to do very well. Personally, if I have any opportunity to buy at MSRP, I am going to do it and do it happily and not have any concern over whether or not it will be desired in the future because it's Gen 1 with a really great art set. Brought a lot of people to the hobby. I don't care that people like myself could buy it for MSRP. We are in a different time. A lot of product has been eaten up. It's going to be desired in the future. I just believe that. I'm very confident. So great investment at MSRP. I think even at a market price, long term, you're going to be fine too. And I've mentioned, like, if you can get booster bundles for like $55, it's a pretty solid investment, in my opinion. Paradox Rift, I'm putting above base and I'm putting above Obsidian. I think it's a B. It's not like amazing, but I think it's a step above those two, in my opinion. In my opinion. Set value, obviously these are going to continue to come down, but not as much as people think. I think it's a good set. I think it's a good set. I think the Groudon's a nice art. It's Groudon. I'm a Gen 3 boy, so I'm a little biased. Of course, you know, things change in the hobby. We have to accept that. Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant were the two most expensive cards when these came out. I pulled the Iron Valiant and the Steelix. Cannot believe the Steelix is more than the Iron Valiant right now. It's pretty wild to me. But it makes sense. It's a fantastic art. Roaring Moon, not the best, you know, Salamence card of all time, but it's definitely not the worst, and I'm a big fan of Salamence. I think the Altaria card, it's Altaria. I mean, I get it, but it's nice. If I pulled it, I'd be pretty happy. You know, so yeah, Groudon is solid. Pretty solid, kind of top 5, top 6, 7 cards. The Swablu connects with the Altaria. I love the Mantike personally. Yveltal's cool. The Iron Hands. I mean, it's Iron Hands, but it's a nice card. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid set. It's not ever going to be a top tier booster box, but I think it's pretty good. And I think for the value, for the price, for the age, what is it, $205? That's a pretty decent buy. And if I had a chance to buy some, I would probably do it. That's how I feel. I wouldn't pay more shipping and taxes, but if I can get it 180, somewhere in that range, I'd be feeling pretty good about it personally. So that's my opinion. Paldean Fates, S tier. This is an S tier set. This is an S tier set. Is it better than Lost Origin though? To invest in? I don't know. At MSRP, this set's a no-brainer, obviously. Bubble Mew is iconic. It's probably... Is it the best card of the SV era? It might be. It's at least in the conversation. I love this set. I think the PCTBs have great value. They just shot up. So if you watched my video telling you to buy it at 210, 205, hey, there you go. Now they're being manipulated a little bit. Buyout, whatever you want to call it. But there it goes. At strong set value for the era. Really good chase cards. Shining Charizard. Fantastic. Bubble Mew, amazing. Gardevoir, really, really nice card. Like the gray borders. I think they're just classic. Really good. Baby Shinies, I mean, whatever, right? Yeah, these 3 cards are enough for me. I think it gets an S tier at MSRP. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. 1 year and 5 months old. Pretty good. Pretty good age. It's getting up there. Slowly but surely. We're not seeing tons of different types of products hit the market. We're seeing bundles here and there, but not seeing ETBs. Not saying that can't change, but at MSRP, you're going to be good long-term on this set. Special set, right? Temporal, I think, for me, it's pretty good for what it is to some people. It's not my favorite. It's below Paradox, but I think it's better than base. Now, there are rumors that there are more booster boxes coming. We'll see what happens. I'm not crazy about the Ancient Future gimmick. Although I think some of the arts look nice, I don't care about the Pokemon. Gouging Fire, nice looking art, stupid Pokemon. Walking Wake, nice looking art, stupid Pokemon. Probably the best of the 3. Raging Bolt, nice looking art. Really stupid looking Pokemon. Morty's Conviction, Gengar. I pulled this. Pretty good trainer card. Whatever. I like the Iron Crown. I think that's cool. But again, future. Iron Leaves, another good art. I like the Iron Boulder. I like the Metagross. And then you have Ghastly, right? Gen 1. Super, like, mega hyped, mega manipulated card. But, I mean, look. Set value is going to continue to drop, but it's holding pretty strong for what it is. And, you know, it's getting up there in age. You know, it's a little over a year old. It's going to be 2 years old before we know it. So, am I rushing out to buy boxes of this? Absolutely not. If I can find it at 180, 190, I would consider picking one up here and there. Why not? I'm not prioritizing it though, that's for sure. Twilight Masquerade is definitely better than these sets, but I'm going to give it a strong B. Strong B. It's under Paldea Vault for me. Look, the Great Ninja is a fantastic chase card. Personally, putting investability aside, I'm not a huge fan of it. Too much going on. I don't, it's just like, it's like, it looks like Splatoon, man. I just don't really care. I like Great Ninja, I guess. But people love the card, and you gotta pay respect to Twilight Masquerade for being a big, and the Great Ninja for being a big reason for, you know, putting Scarlet and Violet kind of where it is today, pre-Surging Sparks. If you were around, the set generated some hype because of the Great Ninja. People were begging for good chase cards. I like the EV a lot. Carmine, parrying, not for me, but if you're into that, there's a market for it. Beyond that, not a whole lot, really. I would argue it's kind of a one and done. I mean, these three have some value, but I mean, it's the Great Ninja, right? But the set's barely a year old. Barely a year old. Plenty of room for more product to hit the market. And dude, it's like $260. That seems crazy to me. That seems crazy to me. I would much rather have Paldea evolved at $290, $300 than this at $260, and that's a fact. That's a fact. It's twice the age. But yeah, PCTB promo kind of ass. It is what it is. It's a good set. It will perform well long term, because of that Great Ninja. But I don't think people are scrambling to buy this set. That's my opinion. I prefer the Magikarp over it. So that's my opinion. I am not buying this at 260. No shot. If anything, I'm selling. If anything, I'm selling. Paldea Evolved, I'm considering selling 1 or 2 boxes. But, you know, if I gotta... I think they'll both be fine long term, but I think Paldea Evolved is more likely to be better long term, if that makes sense, because of the age. We're still well in the window on both, but especially Twilight Masquerade. Rebel Clash is really shit. Good ETB because, you know, it was rare. I actually opened one back in the day because I would go to the Target to find Vivid Voltage and Shining Fates. I never would, except on occasion, and I'd open things like Ultra Prism and Rebel Clash and Sword and Shield Base and Guardians Rising, stuff like that, just because that's what was sitting on the shelves. Just funny to think back on. But yeah, not much for me here. Sword and Shield Base, I'm going to put it below Obsidian Flames. I mean, it's a base set, so that's kind of the thing that you're buying. It's pretty expensive. It's not going up because of the cards. It's going up because it's the first set in the era. And at this point, really, it's like collectors buying it. You know what I mean? Darkness Ablaze is really shit. Charizard VMAX is terrible. It's going in D for me. That's about all I'll say on that. Champion's Path, you know, you got the Charizard. You got the Charizards. Nice looking ETB, to be fair. This was the set that everybody wanted. Has not aged particularly well. I think that's a nice, like, shiny card. Rainbow, people don't care about these anymore. But look, at the time, that's what we had, you know? That's what we had to go off of. People don't remember as well, like, when Vivid Voltage came out, the Chonkachu, that was, like, the shit. So, Champion's Path, I mean, it's gonna... the ETBs are always gonna increase over time. Not a ton of demand for it. So, I'm gonna put it, like, D. I'm not going out of my way to buy it. I don't really care. Shining Fates. Shining Fates, baby. The set that I could never get. The set that everybody wanted. Is it Prismatic Evolutions 2.0? Or 1.0? I'm going to say, no, I think Prismatic is a lot better. I think it's a lot better. But, Charizard VMAX, people wanted this card like crazy. You could not find Shining Fates hardly on the shelves. I'd argue that the scalper situation was like even more aggressive back then. I mean, it's just the worst people in the world getting product for this shit. So I don't even think I've opened a Shining Fates pack, honestly. Maybe a product here or there. ETBs are going to continue to raise in price, as all sealed product does, but I think liquidity is going to be an issue. I don't see any reason to buy this at the current price. I'm sorry. But yeah, market sentiment has turned on this set. It is what it is, man. And it's always something to be aware of when you're making investing decisions going forward. So use this as an example to as another data point when you're thinking about long-term viability for a set, because you never know what can happen. That's why it's good to diversify. Good sets at good prices, and you move on. So for me, it's going in D. Battle styles, I'm actually going to give it a C. I like Sleepy Tyranitar, man. I think it's a great card. I was really excited when the set came out for that reason. Beyond that, you have Urshifu, which, to be fair, are kind of sick. If you're an Urshifu head, bro, you love battle styles. You know what I mean? Like, the shit rules. If you're an Urshifu boy or gal. Shout out to the 2% viewers that are women. Probably just my friends. Anyway, battle styles set value held relatively strong, all things considered. $694, $200 booster box. I see the argument that this could double before something like Paldea evolved. I see it, but investors don't care about this set, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. They just don't like it. There's not enough in there for them. They don't care about Urshifu. They don't care about this Empoleon card, although it's a pretty nice card. Tyranitar is a great card. Honestly, if somebody approached me and they're like, you want a box for 150, I would say, yeah, I would buy it. For sure. Just because I don't have any, and I think it'd be cool. But battle styles, don't expect any big things to happen anytime soon for this set. There's better Sword and Shield sets, unfortunately, for battle styles. And you could argue it's somewhat undervalued, but you can also say that nobody cares enough for it to realize its value anyway. We'll see what happens with battle styles. I'm rooting for it, but I'm not buying it at that price. That's my opinion. Vivid Voltage. I think Vivid Voltage is a worse set than battle styles. I didn't believe that at the time. I loved Vivid Voltage. I wanted the Chonkachu so badly. As far as rainbow cards go, I mean, it's Pikachu, so it's one of the better ones, but it's rainbow cards, so who cares? And then you have like full arts and trainers. Amazing rares. Good times, man. Could not find any TB on the shelf when it came out. And then people stopped caring and they printed the shit out of it. And it's really never recovered since then. It's only just now making moves. I'm putting it under battle styles. I think battle styles is better value. There's better cards. And that pains me to say. It pains me to say. Because Vivid Voltage really got me back into the hobby in 2020. And it'll always hold a special place in my heart. I think the actual booster box got Pikachu on it. I don't think it makes so much of a difference, but I am not putting money into it. Again, I'm wanting, it's pretty clear which sets are more likely to go up in the era, and it's just not these, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Chilling Reign, I think, is a very good set, and I'm putting it just under Brilliant Stars, although I like it more. Really high set value. Set value. Two really strong chase cards in the Blaziken and Moltres. These are both fantastic cards. I don't care what anybody says. I like them. Now, it has the most alt-arts in the era, but a lot of them are like Calyrex and Rapidash. So I get it. It's not for everybody. I like the Zapdos. I like the Slowking. I love the Tornadus. For me, it's a good set. It has really good alt-arts overall. And at $1,600, that's the second highest in the era. Fusion Strike's like $1,400. So you could say it's undervalued, and at $427, maybe it is. Yes. I'm Chilling Reign #1 guy. I like it, man. I like the set. That's my opinion. I think it's a decent investment, honestly, but you're probably better off buying Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, maybe Brilliant Stars. I think there's some value here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this continue to perform well. So that's my opinion. I think it's a strong set to put money in at this time. That's how I feel. It's my tier list. Evo Skies. But is it investable? The best set of all time? In my opinion. Let's look at the cards. Do I need to remind you what they are? Do people like Moonbryon still? I do. This card's amazing. Oh, yeah, they still do. Okay, $1,500. We're good. Rayquaza, Evolutions. Not all of them, but the good ones. Dragonite. Dude, the set is incredible. It's arguably the best set ever made. And it's always going to be investable. It's always going to be investable. I'm putting it in S tier. I can't decide. It should be... I think Crown Zenith might be more investable right now. You're good either way. When it comes to S tier, you're good either way, bro. I mean, ETB's pretty good value right now. $300. Booster boxes at $1,800. If you can get it for less, you're going to be good long term. Don't be surprised when this is $5K, $6K. In a year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't know how long it's going to be. I just know the set is going to go up. You should have, every investor should have some exposure to Evolving Skies. Whether it's an art set, 3-pack blister, sleeved booster pack. I have a shitload of loose booster packs from the Black Friday 10s. Shout out to Walmart. Evolving Skies is amazing. It's my favorite set ever. Has some of my favorite arts ever. It's incredible. Always investable. I don't care what price it is. Astral Radiance, I think, is a slightly above Silver Tempest. Good set, Machamp. I love the Palkia. Dialga, right? Did I say the Misty was in Silver Tempest? No, it's in Astral Radiance. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. I mean, it's like 1B, 1C set. It's a head below some of the best sets, but it's good. Silver Tempest is good. Cynthia's Garchomp. The Beedrill. Remember when this was manipulated? That was funny. These 5 cards are fantastic. It doesn't have the chase, as strong of a chase as some others, but that's okay. It's a good set. I think it's a little bit better than Silver Tempest, personally. And I think, again, if you can get boxes at decent prices, you're going to be doing fine. But at $408, I'd rather have Chilling Reign. You probably find them at similar prices. That's my opinion, though. But I think it's fine. Now, do I think you should buy this over silver at the prices? That's a good question. I would probably lean yes, personally. I'd probably lean yes. I think it's a little bit better. Pokemon Go is trash. I don't care what anybody says. Pokemon Go did a lot for the hobby. I get it. The Mewtwo Times Square. I'm not putting any money in the set. It's not very good. And that's how I feel. Yeah. Shrouded Fable. I think it's above base, personally. Now, the set sucks. It's not the worst set in the world. It has some things. It has Earthen Vessel and Gold Darkness Energy. Pheasantipede is a very competitive card. That'll change at some point in the future. I do like the Persian. It's Persian. The set sucks, but it does have some value. I think it'll be all right in the future. It's about all I can say about it. I'm not putting money into it, I can tell you that. Stellar Crown, I think, is ass. I don't like this set at all. Is it worse than Shrouded Fable? Nah. Probably not. I think base is more investable. I do not like Stellar Crown. I do like the Squirtle. And I like the Bulbasaur. They're fine. Terapagos is a stupid Pokemon, and this card sucks. I mean, it looks alright. It's cool, but it's just like, I'm getting tired of like the rainbow crown shit, man. Like, what is the next iteration in the next era for the Terra stuff and the rainbow borders? I don't like the rainbow borders, man. I know ultimately it like doesn't matter that much, but can we just like stop with like the hyper color themes? I just want to like, we need like a reset. I don't like the set that much. I think it sucks, and I think for $216 it just feels insane to me. I'd rather have base. I'd rather have battle styles. I'd rather have Vivid Voltage. Maybe. Actually, Vivid Voltage is pretty trash, isn't it? I'll put it lower. I'd definitely rather have Temporal, Paradox, and everything else above it. So I'm not. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of Stellar Crown. I think it's ass. I think it's overvalued, and it's young. It's not even a year old. It's like 3/4 of a year old. That's how I feel. Surging Sparks is a top 3 booster box set in the mainline era. Even though I don't like it that much, I think it's incredibly overrated. It's just because it's Pikachu. This Pikachu card sucks, in my opinion. A lot of people like it. This is a video about investability. I get that. I love the Milotic. The Latios is fine. Latios is fine. Are people buying this gold, like full art Pikachu for $60? It just seems insane to me. I just think this set is super overrated. I like this Gravity Mountain more than Pikachu, Hydreigon, Executor, the waifus. Dude, give me this Gravity Mountain. I like this shit. I think it's sick. I like the Skarmory more too. Hot take. This is one of the best cards in the set. I'm not saying you should buy it. I just think it's cool. I guess I like mountains. I don't know. I'm basic. But yeah, I mean, long term, the set's going to do well. $250? Crazy. Crazy. Not buying that. I'm just going to hold off. It's fine with me. If I can get it at MSRP, I probably will. You've got a lot of room for this set, guys. A lot of room. Expect the set value to come down at some point, but I think people will hold these 3 cards pretty strong. Pretty strong. It's a good set, man. It's a good set. Is it above Paldea? I don't think so. I'm giving it a strong B. That's how I feel. It's above Twilight for sure, in my opinion. For MSRP, but at these prices, I'm not buying it. I think the PCTB is good. Pikachu, of course, the crown is stupid. Shinji art. It's a good promo, Magneton. I mean, it's really nice. I don't. If they release more of these, I'll definitely buy them. But I don't even think these are a terrible investment. I think these will do fine long term. So it's a pretty good set. Pretty good. Prismatic is an S tier easily. At MSRP. At MSRP. Look, my opinion on the set is that it's really good. I do think it's a deep set. I understand a lot of the cards are Iron Valiant and Iron Crown and Iron Hands. To be fair, these 3 look cool. That's my opinion. Yeah, people don't really care as much about these Pokemon, right? The Roaring Moon is a fantastic card. I like Shinji. I'm sorry. But also, this card is just good. It's just a good card. I'm actually a big fan of the Sunbreon. The crown doesn't really like affect it that much just because of the art style. But I think it's a really good card. I'm personally a big fan of it. And I would love to pull it. I'd love to pull a $1,000 card. But I probably never will because the set is not super fun to open. Master Balls are kind of cool, but they were cooler in Japanese when you had 1 per box. God Packs, I'm actually not a fan of because I feel like I'll never get one. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it makes pull rates worse for the set because it just moves more of the evolutions into, like it consolidates it into 1 pack. So there's going to be less of them. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's true. As far as like the arts on the evolutions go, they're not like amazing. they're not bad. I like the Leafeon. The Sylveon is, it's fine. Espeon is fine. I think they look better in real life. I actually like the Flareon a lot. The crowns are stupid though. Maybe it's a little bit overrated, but I think like it has some really strong chase cards, and I think it's a set that's going to hold a lot of value for a long time. I don't know if it's going to hold $5,500 forever. Probably not. There's plenty more product to come, but I think at MSRP, if you can find some here and there, and you feel like, and for your situation, it makes sense to buy some here and there, to rip or to hold, you're going to wish you had a Prismatic Evolutions in the future. I absolutely believe that. We all agree that the set long term will do very well. Very well. SPC, retail, no-brainer product. PCTV, one of the best investments you can make in the hobby. There's some speculation that there might be some more release, so I think that's part of the reason why prices are somewhat stagnant, in that those high 260s, or high 200s, I should say. But yeah, I mean, Costco got ate up. ETBs are sitting around $100. More product is coming. Better believe it. So don't FOMO into the set. You'll be fine to wait. You can get it at MSRP. You will have plenty of chances to get it at MSRP. I promise you. I promise you. Personally, I'm happy picking some up here and there throughout the months and years. I'm in it for the long term. And I think it's going to do quite well long term. It's my opinion. So I think it's an easy S tier. And I'm going to put it right below 151 for now. Definitely S tier set. Really good. Really, really good. I just think like with Prismatic 151 is a little bit more appealing to a wider audience. People are going to want to continue to rip in the future. I'm not saying they're not for Prismatic, but that Gen 1 is really powerful, man. It's really powerful. Adults are going to want to continue to rip it too. And I think Prismatic has a lot of kind of negative stigma. We just need to move out of that. And it'll be better for the set. So it's undeniable. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Putting it right behind 151 for now. Journey Together. I don't think it's that bad. It's not the best set in the world. Don't get me wrong. Not even close. But it has some things to offer. I like the Whale Lord. Articuno's nice. Box topper on the box. We'll see what happens with that. You know, trainers. I mean, who really cares at the end of the day? I like the Salamence and the Lily's Clefairy. It's Lily's Clefairy. So people are going to want it. Pull rates are crazy for the set. Set value is going to continue to come down. Don't be surprised if this box does well in the future. I'm putting it just below Paradox Rift. Do I want to put it above Temporal? I think I prefer it to Temporal, but is it better to invest in? Probably not. Probably not. It's just too young. Is it better than Battle Styles? Probably not. I'm going to put it right below Battle Styles. I think that's fair. But I think you can put it above it. Any configuration of that is fine in my book. I don't think the art's that bad. I think people will like it in the future somewhat. But any set between Prismatic and Destined is not going to be perceived that well. So it's pretty expensive right now, to be fair. The promo's not that great. This will probably be fine long term. We might see some more. Booster boxes at 205. Just wait. You'll get more at MSRP. Just wait. Also, the non-enhanced booster box being more expensive like really just pisses me off. I just think it's so stupid. I would never buy this in a million years. That's my opinion. Destined Rivals, easy S tier set. Well, is it investable? Is it investable? Hang on. This is the best mainline set by far. If you can get boxes in MSRP, it's a no-brainer. It's just so young. It's brand new. So it's hard to say. I would not be FOMOing into any product in this set. You will have chances probably to get booster boxes, definitely for any other products. The PCTB promo is good, the Wobbuffet. The box looks incredible. So I think the PCTB is really nice. I think booster boxes look really nice too. 200 or less on the booster boxes I'm buying all day if I can. Haven't seen that though. Fucking hell. Would I rather have Destined Rivals or Lost Origin? Hmm. I don't know. Probably Lost Origin just because it's older. I prefer Destined Rivals though. I think long term, this set is going to be a huge winner. So if you can find booster boxes at MSRP, you're chilling, bro. You're chilling. Just hold on to that. Don't even think about it. With that being said, oh man, it's so hard to like. I'm thinking about moving some of this. I want to move Lost Origin to low S, like a really weak S. I think that's fine. Destined Rivals? I don't know what to do. It's really good, but it's just so young. What's the set value? I know it's dropped. Was it like 1800? I think it's a little bit lower than this. I pulled the Crobat. I've had a lot of fun opening this set too, by the way. It's fun to open. This set's gonna be really good long term. Okay. If you can get it at a good price, MSRP for booster boxes, you're chilling. Same thing with PCTBs. Fantastic, fantastic pickup. Just don't FOMO into the set. I'm gonna leave it in a strong A for now, but it's gonna become an S one day. It will. It's just too young. So that's every set. And Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, super long one, guys. Thank you for watching. Shout out to PokeNotify. Let me know your thoughts if you disagree with my my tier list here for investability, mind you. Guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all feedback. I'm going live tonight at 9. Testing it out. We're going to see what happens. So if you want to come by, hang out, ask some questions, chat, feel free. I'd love to have you there. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. I feel pretty good about this order. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.